In this video, let's see one more scenario about list action. In previous videos, we have seen three scenarios about the list action, how to merge list with the help of five different scenarios, how to sort list, and how to modify list. Here we will learn how the merge list order impact. Let's understand this first of all. In list action, if I show you again, in the list action we have this one section, list merge, and in the list merge we need to mention the list which we want to merge it. For example, here I can mention one list. If I want to mention one more list, I will click here and I will mention the two list here. Let me show you like this. So this video will demonstrate which list you are going to mention first and which is going to mention the second one. So I'm talking about this merge list order. So what's the impact of this? To understand this, let's take this one example, list 1 and list 2. Both lists having similar fields, customer ID and status. Except here status value is lapsed and here is active. Let me show you these inputs in the input parameters. List 1, list 2. First list having status as a lapse and second list having status as a active. Let's mention this list in the list merge order. Here is the list 2, and to see the output, let's use one of the response action and let's observe the output now. So we have not mentioned the merge field customer ID, so it's showing all the records. So we need to mention here merge field. So let's mention here and again see the output. So let's observe this output. What we have done, we have mentioned the list 1 first one and list 2 as a second list. List 1 having status lapsed and list 2 is having status active. After merging, we are able to see status is active. Why so? What happened conceptually? Whatever the list we mention as a second list. So latter list we can say or second list we can say. So latter list, whatever we have mentioned, this list will overwrite the previous list values only for common fields. For example, status is common here. So after merging, there will be confusion which value, because here status is a lapse, here status is active. So which value should be part of the output? In this scenario, second list will override the previous list. So here status is active, so it will overwrite status as a lapsed. And hence we are able to see here status is active. Again, the reason is this is the second list. If we want to see, we can change the order here like this. Here what's the latter list or second list? It's a list 1. It means these records or these status lapse common field values will overwrite status active. Let's execute. Yes. So list 1 common field values has overwritten list 2 common field values because list 1 is a latter list or I can say second list in the merge list order. So the way we mention the list in the merge list order, accordingly it behaves. Second list will override the first list common field values and hence we are able to see the output like this. So this is a very small concept but very important whenever we use the list action. Sometimes we also get confused why output is coming like this. So concept is like this, the way we put the order or sequence of list as the input to the list action. So based on this discussion, try to give answer of the sample interview questions. Here third question is very important. Which are the scenarios or where this concept list merged order or the way sequence of input list in list action impact? You can give one more example. What I know, in insurance domain we used to calculate the score. I can say credit score or I can say risk score. We do have some underwriting questions. So based on the responses of underwriting questions, a score gets calculated. So this score is in the system. So second time when end user give the answer of underwriting questions, maybe at the time of renewal. So responses to this underwriting questions may get changed. So again, the score gets calculated at the time of renewal or maybe some other scenario. So we do have two scores, the score in the system and the score which is getting calculated currently, or I can say recent score. So based on, if I say this is the list one system score which is already in the system, and this is the recent score which is calculated just now. So if you want to overwrite, the recent score will override the system score because we need to consider the latest data. So in such scenarios, likewise there may be another scenarios or there may be another approaches as well. I'm not saying this is the only approach to override the previous one. There might be another approaches, but this is the behavior of the merge list order in the list action. Likewise, we will cover few more use cases on integration procedure. So let's meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.